Hey Libra, welcome to Lady of the Unknown Oracle. My name is Sophie. Welcome in. For those of you who are joining for the first time, I am so excited to have you here with us. Please enjoy your reading. I hope you do. If you do, please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave a comment down below. I would love to know how you're doing. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for your love and support. You make what I do possible. I love you to the moon and back. Thank you so much for being here with me. So Libra, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into your reading, okay? Please remember that this is a general reading, so this may or may not resonate with your current situation. If this is not your situation, please do not force the details of your current experience into today's messages. If none of it resonates, then none of it is your situation, okay? Just take what resonates. For some of you, this is going to resonate very strongly, and if it does, I hope it gives you the clarity and guidance that you seek moving forward. We will be doing an extended reading after this general reading in order to gain a little bit more clarity and insight surrounding the energies that come through today. So connections with any other people that arise, or conflicts, obstacles, how to overcome them. We'll explore that. We'll explore, actions to stay in alignment with your greater purpose in the situation, as well as the long-term outcome between you and another person, or just without them, right? So at the end of the general reading, generally we'll go over what's been revealed in the message, and then we'll pinpoint exactly what we're going to investigate while we are in the extended reading together. So if you are interested in the extended but want to make sure that you know what it's about before you head on over, just go to the end of the reading, the last couple or so minutes, and we talk about exclusively what we're going to, go into when we're there. Okay, Libra? So, just like in the last readings that we did together, I went ahead and pulled from the Oracle, but you and I will be pulling from the Tarot together. So, I just have to say, Libra, that whatever it is you have that's coming in is a true blessing, and you've been preparing for this. So why are you looking at it sideways? Why are you looking at this new life, this new energy, everything that's coming in for you? Why are you looking at it like expecting to fail? Right? It's like you're looking at it and you're in disbelief, which is good, because that tells me that where you're going, right, where you're headed, where this energy is taking you, is going into a completely different way of life than you're used to, which is great, right? Less stress. You feel more capable, more powerful, more in your element, and that's so great. But you're looking at it, you're looking at it with a certain level of concern, right? For this particular group, you guys don't, it's not, majority is female, but it's definitely a feminine energy here, one that is very want to yielding, right? I feel like the Librans that I'm connecting with are individuals that are used to being kind of passive, right? Like, you guys do what's right for you, but you tend to push aside what you need or what you prefer most in order to keep the peace. That's a typical Libran trait, right? So it's like you're at this point now where, because of how much you do for others, you almost were never expecting to really see the full potential that you could have if only you gave yourself 100% of the resource that you're so used to sharing with other people, right? You have change here coming up along with concern and mature woman. So there's something about this new beginning that you've always kind of looked at sideways, is what I feel, right? This change could have been a literal move, right? But this feels more like an energetic shift. So regardless of geographic location, you have made a very, what's the word? You've taken decisive action on what it is you're doing, right? The intentions that you're using now, the intentions for their application is now on things that are explicitly for you, exclusively for you. Like, for some of you, this is about education or professional endeavors, right? Things that you can't share, that you can't divide amongst people, right? It's either the credit is yours for having done the work and achieving the degree, or it's no one's, right? You either, Libra, take the credit for having completed those classes, or for having gone to that seminar, or for having executed this project. It's your name that goes on the certificate, or no one's, right? It's all about you. So it's about your effort, how you've applied yourself, how you've utilized your resources, how you have gathered people to achieve a certain end goal. You've come to a place now where everything that you've done over time, right, is coming to fruition, in spite of all the resources that you've allowed other people to share, and despite everything that you have fallen short on because you share all the time. You are now gaining recognition for something, and you are so unfamiliar with what it is like to be in the limelight, because you tend to fall into the shadows as that peacekeeper individual, Now, the fact that you are coming into a place now of having to own your place as this impressive individual, it's a little bit scary, right? It's a little bit scary. So you have here coffin with adjudication. So for some of you, this is talking about the ending of a period where you had to really decide what you wanted to do with your time. For others of you, this is about making a big decision in school, in work. A time where a decision, that the time frame, right, the time frame for making a particular decision, it was like now or never. And you went ahead and you did what you needed to do. Otherwise, with thief, right, clarifying it, otherwise someone could very well have stolen the opportunity from you, or you could have been the person to steal it from yourself by self-sabotage. So there's almost a sense of self-sabotage energy here, but not. Why? Because your skepticism surrounding whether you could actually make this work, it didn't keep you from acting. You continued to act, but always in the back of your mind with this thought of, oh, well, I'll never get there. But it doesn't matter, because you always stayed in alignment with what you were supposed to do. So for some of you where you're like, oh, I'll never get that degree. I mean, eventually I'm just gonna give up, probably, maybe. But every semester you signed up for a couple of classes, and even though you did it very slowly, now you have your degree. Now you have your bachelor's, now you have your master's, now you have, you get what I'm saying? And it's like, you never stopped. So even though you were skeptical, it's not like you stopped acting. You just didn't have that belief in yourself, which maybe meant that it took you twice as long to get the path done, but you've reached the end of the path, which now you are awarded a certain level of recognition that you're not used to. Okay, now for others of you, and I have to say this because I see it here, if you identify as someone who is currently connecting with a feminine energy, and this is someone from whom you have created distance, either geographically or just financially, in the relationship, maybe you've severed ties, whatever it is, that requires some type of court order, court decision, possibly separation, divorce, alimony, child support, things of that nature, right? Custody battles. This particular person will see that you are doing better. They're going to see that as a result of no longer including them in your sudden amassing of income and fruitfulness, they're going to be bitter about it, and they could take on this thief role. Okay, why do I say that? Because you do have journey here with sudden wealth, right? Sudden wealth with the high honor. So this talks about being on a journey, right? Coming full circle along a path that has promised you and is finally delivering on positive fortunes, either a wealth of money, a wealth of recognition, a wealth of opportunity. Whatever this is for you, it is by virtue of separating yourself from those people or those situations or opportunities that really just did not serve you anymore, and have maybe even been the source of possible stagnation. The fact that you've cut ties from that has allowed you now to be recognized with this high honor. The high honor is very similar to the Four of Wands, okay? If like the Four of Wands and the Six of Wands could create their own, could have a baby, right? It's getting that recognition, but it's also having established that very stable foundation. It's being upgraded now. You're being upgraded and recognized, right? You're being upgraded and recognized for a job well done, which, Libra, job well done, sweetie. It took a lot. It took a lot for you to come to the end of this, and you deserve all the recognition and all of the wealth and all of just everything that comes your way. Do not expect the other shoe to drop, because there is no other shoe. You did this so thoroughly, so, you did it slowly, but you took it at the proper pace, that it's like anything that could have obstructed your vision here, it didn't have a chance to, because you dealt with things so from the ground up. You understand that you were able to really make sure that this foundation was a very strong one, very, very, very up to code, if I can say, very up to code. Okay, but be very careful, because for those of you who are connecting with a feminine energy that may not be very satisfied with how things turned out, they don't like the fact that you are feeling so free and that you are being surrounded now by these blessings, right? Right? They're not happy about these blessings. Blessed with all that glitters. With all that glitters, right? With all that glitters, we just have to remember, that just because you were expecting things to turn out a different way doesn't mean that that's the way it's going to turn out. So Libra, you might have been under the impression that just because you were doing things slowly, in your mentality, you were doing a half-assed job. Which, just because you go slow doesn't mean it's a half-assed, because you did it 100%. You used 100% effort in half the time, which is a great job still. It's still 100% effort, right? But it's like with blessed, it's almost like you're looking at these blessings, you're looking at these opportunities, this brand new chapter that's coming into your life, and you're almost expecting it to not be true. You're giving these blessings side eye, Libra. What? Stop. Change in the wind as the overarching energy. Okay, so again, a new chapter coming in. There's a new flow of energy is revitalizing your life. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a huge shift. If you have to even ask, Libra, okay, then maybe you're not in the group I'm connecting with. This is the group of Librans that, you know, are moving from a long-term relationship going into singlehood, or maybe from a long-term relationship where you abandoned all your friends and now you're reintroducing your friends to your life. It goes from a situation that felt very dire and drab and very stagnant to one that now breathes life back into you. A hope, right? It's not to say that you're not recovering and you're not still healing from the situation of the past, but you are lit up with a brand new vision of what is literally on your doorstep. Okay, a new opportunity to move, to travel, to learn, to become a better version of yourself. You're looking at it straight in the face, and it's right here. And you're looking at it sideways because you're like, well, when did you happen? And it's like, what do you mean, when did I happen? So what, you're telling me you took all those classes by accident? You get what I'm saying? Oh, so you're saying that you pulled in all those extra hours of overtime by accident? You're really surprised that you're getting a promotion now, Libra? You understand? It's like sneaking up on you, and it's like you're in denial. And that's okay. Denial doesn't mean the recognition goes away. Right? Doesn't mean that the recognition goes away. But let's see. Let's see what else is coming in for Libra, because this is beautiful energy. You have a thief in the midst, okay? If the thief is not you, right? If it's not you, where you could potentially be in this like self-sabotage type of energy, if that's not you, then it could just be someone from your past who is not too happy that you are doing so well without them. Which unfortunately can be said for many of us, right? But for those of you that are connected with this person still through social media, be very careful, because they might be tempted, instead of using that open line of communication that you're using to try to ensure that you guys are cordial and remain friendly with one another, they may be using your connection to one another as like, they could be using it as a way to gain intel on their part, right? For them, it's less of a connection tool and it's more of like a surveillance tool. Like they're using it to start kind of building up a case against you that they might otherwise use to bring you back to the court system, to kind of sabotage what you've been earning, right? This new beginning. Someone here is not too happy. Okay, but that's for a very specific group of you. Let's see, Libra. Let's see what's going on, baby. Libra. What's going on for our beautiful Libra, please? Beautiful Libra, what's happening, please, for beautiful Libra? Here we go. One more shuffle and a cut. Here we go. Overarching energy. I love it. Ace of Swords. Cutting the BS. First of all, I just want to say that. Cutting the BS, right? And just really just eye to eye. Eye to eye with your future self. Eye to eye with your future self. You are just so on target, Libra. You understand exactly where you need to be. Exactly what needs to be done. There's no question on your path. There's no question on whether what you've done up till now is the right thing. Where you need to go next is clear. Right? Now, you're a little unsure. Now, this is interesting. Your current energy is the Four of Cups. So there's definitely a sense here that you might be overwhelmed. Right? You might be overwhelmed because your obstacle is also this Queen of Wands. So this could be a Leo, Aries, Sag with whom you're connecting. It could be a placement that you have in your chart. But for me, because this is so singularly about you, just just doubtful, right? You feel like this is not really you. It's like you're wearing a different skin of somebody who, it's always been you, Libra. It's always been your potential, but you're scared. You're scared of what you can become, right? You're scared of success. You have this option. Now, for some of you, you could be connecting with an individual, right? You could be connecting with an individual and you are afraid of having something new because of what it'll mean, right? It'll mean separation. It'll mean having to put a little bit of stress on the connection, right? That it'll make you selfish in some ways. But the thing is, on your mind, you want to fight for this. In your heart, there's nothing that would make you happier. You got the 7 of Wands with the 3 of Pentacles. You want to fight for this. There's a new beginning. You are dying to work with people who are willing to collaborate on these projects with you. To connect with people who vibrate on your level. Right? For some of you, this is about knowing that there's a partnership that you aspire to have someday, and you want to be able to be who you need to be in that connection to make it work. There's a certain level of insight that you have now. Like I said, with the 6 of Cups being in your past position, there could be a past person here who could be your obstacle, right? It could be this past person here that maybe you did have a partnership with them, and maybe on some level, you know, this is something you never wanted to stop, right? And you are being confronted now with the decision to move forward or not. And it's a situation of, do you want to continue getting more of what you're getting? Or do you want to break away from this and step into the shoes of the person who you are going to become for the rest of your life? Someone who is more fulfilled, someone who is more self-assured, confident, you know, just aware of their potential and looking to really create based on their potential, right? Because coming in, you've got the Knight of Wands, which again, I'm feeling this is very much you, Libra. Right? There's an understanding that in order for you to really manifest this new beginning, in order to manifest what you want outside of whatever this old situation was that you came out of, you have to back up your plan with action. You have to back up your plan with action. That's why in your environment, you're looking into the future. You're expecting oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Libra, let me lay down your clarifiers. And there's a decision here. But look at that with the 9 of Pentacles. So for some of you, if you are if you are in a connection with somebody, this is most likely going to result, the change that you've already instituted or that you're implementing right now is some type of divorce separation, okay? Because we've got your current position with the Hierophant, but clarifying as well, we've got Justice, overarching energy of the spread is the Ace of Swords, and beneath that, believe it or not, is the Devil card. So for some of you, you could be connecting with a Taurus, Libra, Capricorn, right? But we've also got clarifying as well. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. So this is speaking to you, Libra, doing everything necessary in order to come into your own. So for some of you, where the obstruction here to you being able to live out this potential is a particularly unsupportive spouse, right? A very unsupportive partner. That no longer has room here for you. That no longer has room here for you. Okay, because it looks to me with the 7 of Cups and the 2 of Wands, there's been quite a lot of time that's gone where you have been unsure about whether you were making up how bad everything was, when in fact you knew exactly how bad it was. Okay, which is why you're here now, right? It's why you've gotten to a point now where you need a new beginning, where you needed to cut this off in order to embrace your blessings, in order to be recognized for your potential, right? And you've been very humble about all of it. But now's your time. Now's your time to receive your blessings. You see yourself as the Hierophant in your environment. You've got the 3 of Wands. So this is you planning your future. It's just like I said, professional endeavors, scholastic endeavors, whatever it is your belief systems are, you've held true to them. You've held true to them. Libra. So you're at a point now where you are really stepping into a new sense of self. You're stepping into a new sense of self. You aren't becoming prideful or boastful. On the contrary, you are still very humble. But I think what is beautiful about this is that you have proven to yourself through experience now that you can still be a giving person and still have preferences and still have desires, and cut off what others are asking of you in order to prioritize yourself. And it doesn't make you a bad person. And that the more days you spend prioritizing things for yourself, the sooner that day will come where you get to enjoy the abundance that completion brings you. Right? Your fear here is the Five of Cups. So your fear is about the loss that you're going to experience as a result of leaving this behind. Bringing endings, bringing certain cycles to a close. And that's understandable. That's understandable because right now your current energy, right, is the Four of Cups. So it's like you have a decision here to make. You have a decision here to make. And if you go down one road, you'll stay in the same situation, which you know is not bringing you happiness. And if you choose the other, you'll end up in a brand new situation that you are afraid will bring you more loss and more grief. But with your potential outcome being the King of Pentacles, I highly doubt that this is going to be the case for you, Libra. Either that's your energy, where you are going to step into a whole different level of financial independence. I have to say, for many of you, this is going to be financial stability. Financial stability, it's going to be, you're either going to be financially stable or you're going to enter a new professional sphere of your life where the level of respect that you're going to get now because of the credentials you're earning is going to make you feel prosperous even before the money rolls in. So it's like a certain level of prestige I'm feeling, right? It's like a certain level of prestige just because you put so much work up front that even though you're not getting paid like this particular professional, you are being respected like this professional because you've already been implementing those habits and implementing that mindset and implementing those day-to-day routines that has warranted the kind of respect for the person that you are already on the road to becoming. Who you are by the end of this journey is who you've been this whole time. The only difference between here and then is going to be the pay difference, but the people who are there at the top, who are going to be receiving you, right, who are going to be receiving you and training you and teaching you how to elevate, they already know what it takes and they know that you're already there. It's just going to take some time. That's it. And that's where the recognition comes in, is from the opinions from people who have been there, done that, wrote the book, got the t-shirt, and are looking at where you're coming from. They're just waiting for you to show up. You come in all the time and present yourself 100% to be the best version of yourself possible, right? And so you're coming to a place now where the people who can really nurture that version of yourself, they're just waiting. And I harp on that, Libra, because this reading has much less to do with the people you've left behind and has so much more to do with what's coming in. It has so much more to do with what's coming in for you, right? You've got the Knight of Wands coming into your near future. So who or what is this? This, again, could be Leo, Aries, Sag for some of you. This could be somebody who is coming in. So this is that Devil energy, okay? Capricorn energy as well. This could be a different Capricorn. All right, but again, I feel like this is mindset for you because your obstacle is the Queen of Wands. One more card, please. One more card, please. No more cards, okay? All right. So we had the King of Cups, the Page of Swords. So the Devil, the King of Cups, and the Page of Swords. So yeah, so this is essentially, this is like overthinking. It's like when your intuition tells you something, right? It's when your intuition tells you something, but intellectually you're going against it, right? So you know you're in the right place, but because there's nothing around, you're like, oh, but is this really the right place? Again, it's like looking at the whole situation side-eyed. You're looking at it and you're like, well, I didn't go to extraordinary lengths in order to create the environment that I'm surrounded by. This environment is way too cushy. It's way too cushy. There's too much recognition being bestowed on me for me to be the receiver of all of this attention, right? Who am I? Right? Who am I to be receiving all of this notoriety? Who am I to for people to be asking for my opinion on things? I'm no expert. When in reality, Libra, you've kind of made yourself to be the expert here. You've outdone yourself, but you did it over a spread of time, is what it feels like. where you do deserve the recognition. And even though you're at a place now where, you know, you're shining. You're shining. This is a new, you're being blessed, and you're looking at the whole, you're looking at it like you don't deserve it, when in fact you do. Because that's just how you think about things, right? You didn't suffer to get here, when the delayed gratification was suffering enough for many people, and you don't even realize. You're just a different breed of individual is what it is. So this again, what's coming in is that you're going to get to a place where you're going to stop fighting so damn hard, right? You're going to stop fighting this notion that where you are in your life, it's just going to get worse because that's what life has shown you. No, my friend. Where you are is foolproof. You've created this foundation that's so strong that you could royally screw up right now and it would still be yours. Right? The opportunities are still yours. The degree is still yours. No one can, whatever this is, no one can take it away from you. And what's going to happen is you are going to be reinvigorated with the excitement of knowing that you have created such a beautiful wealth of opportunity for you, for yourself, for your future self, that you're almost like a kid in a candy store. It's like you're a kid in the candy shop, right? Now you can apply to any school you want. You can go and you can apply to any position you want in whatever state you want. You've made it so that now that you have eliminated other factors from your environment that have only stagnated you, now you're in a place where you can exploit your success. All right, so congratulations, Libra. Let me see this King of Pentacles. Who or what is this King of Pentacles and the potential outcome here? But this is definitely more about your goals, spiritual, health, finance, right? Professional, scholastic, whatever it is for you. If you are, you know, involved with another person, this has more to do with, you know, if you have someone who is in your life, this has less to do about the relationship and more to do with where you are going. For some of you, again, the relationship could be part of what's been hindering you in the past, in which case that is probably what is going to be weeded out as time goes on, okay? But for others of you where you have a perfectly supportive, you know, partner with you, that's not going to go anywhere, right? That's not going to go anywhere. You don't need me to tell you that. But you, Libra, are making great strides. You are making great strides. So that's what it is. So you got the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. So you're doing away with all this conflict BS, and you're saying, you know what? I just need to continue working. I just need to continue working diligently. You know, this feeling of fear of what if I lose it, right? Or that inner conflict. It's like, is this really me? It's like imposter syndrome. Like, is it really me, this King of Pentacles? Like, I've never been a rich person. I've never been a manager. I've never been someone to delegate, right? But, Libra, you've earned this position. And you don't even realize it. You've earned it. So enjoy it, my love. Enjoy it, okay? People respect you. They seek out your expertise. They know of all the people that they can turn to. You know what you're talking about. And while you might be conflicted, you might feel anxious about whether you'll do a good job, what you don't see is that you've already done an excellent job. You have to push any weird misgivings that people have aimed in your direction. You have to put it out of your mind. That's none of your business anymore. Now is the time to hunker down, enjoy everything that you've created, everything around you now, all these opportunities. I harp on it because that's what this is. There's a richness in your future, Libra, that a few readings ago, I think the title was something like you're leveling up and everyone hates you for it. Something like that. I think that was like 3 or 4 readings ago. But it's kind of jumping back off of that. There might have been in the interim some point where you allowed romance to take your attention off of this success, but there's a clarity again. There's a clarity and there's a severance from all elements in your environment that have previously hindered you from achieving this success. and now you're on the road, literally like a beeline between you and that new version of yourself, that success, that stability, the abundance. So don't look at it side-eyed. Don't look at it side-eyed, Libra. This is for you. All of it. This is for you, okay? So congratulations. So Libra, we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump over to the extended, okay? We are going to look into this King of Pentacles, okay? Because we do have the Three of Pentacles here, which is also in your heart space, and it's clarifying this King of Pentacles. So for some of you where this could be a person, we will see who this King of Pentacles is, right? We'll see who this King of Pentacles is. We will also see this Queen of Pentacles, right? I mean, this Queen of Wands. She's in the obstacle position. She's what's challenging you. We'll explore her a bit to see if this is perhaps more of your energy, or maybe this is another individual involved, possibly, right? Who this person is, what their energy is, what the best actions are to take forward, moving out of the situation, or to stay in alignment with your final destination, at least in this chapter, right? And then what the long-term outcome is going to be for you, solo, Libra, unless this King of Pentacles or Queen of Wands appears to be a little bit more than just an aspect of yourself. If either one of these individuals clarifies to be a romantic counterpart, then we'll split that long-term outcome reading into two. One for you by yourself, and one for the long-term outcome between you and this King of Pentacles or this Queen of Wands. Okay, so we'll see how they clarify, and then we'll clarify the outcome further. All right, so Libra, I love you so very much. Thank you, my love, for allowing me to connect with you. I love you so very much, to the moon and back. You have no idea. I am so grateful to you for allowing me to connect with you and to be able to channel these messages to you. I love you so very much. Thank you so much. And I will see you in the extended. If I don't, then I will see you next time. Okay, I love you. Mwah. I'll see you later.